Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Josh here with Work Save Bitcoin, the channel where we talk about protecting your time and energy by saving in Bitcoin, no matter your budget. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the political system and why I don't identify as a Democrat or Republican. I identify as a Bitcoiner from the Orange Party. Modern politics are pretty much designed to keep people divided, keep us angry, and keep us away from talking about real issues and how to solve them. That's why Bitcoiners are different. We're really focused on the simple mission, fix the money, fix the world, and getting away from our broken fiat currency system into something more fair that protects your hard-earned time and energy with Bitcoin. There's no winning in a two-party system. There's only division and vitriol. There's really no progress. There's just fighting against each other and preventing the other side from getting things done. Most people in modern politics like to focus on how evil their counterparty is and how bad things are in the world, while Bitcoiners are truly focused on solutions. Bitcoin is neutral, decentralized, and fair, unlike our current political system that thrives on propaganda and keeping people angry and upset and halting progress and innovation. But I do believe this previous election did have consequences in terms of the future of Bitcoin and pro-Bitcoin policy, and I will continue to support pro-Bitcoin candidates. So I use this website, standwithcrypto.org, to see which politicians are friendly towards Bitcoin innovation and see which ones are against it. The politicians that are against Bitcoin are the ones lying about inflation, telling you inflation is caused by any other factor besides printing a boatload of money. I would say like 90% of the population doesn't understand what inflation is because we've been gaslit into thinking it's just some natural phenomenon when the reality is our purchasing power is being stolen from us. So obviously, while I don't think Bitcoin will solve every problem in the world, I think fixing our money will do a great deal towards fixing a good amount of those problems and really incentivizing people not to just be a slave to their job for the rest of their lives and own nothing. And when we have a fair money that protects your time and energy, you're more incentivized and really have the time and space to focus on real issues that are affecting people. If we want real freedom and prosperity, it starts with having sound money, and Bitcoin is the first step towards that goal. Bitcoin gives us a way out of this broken system, so why waste time and energy arguing about which politician is slightly more corrupt when we could be focusing on solving real issues for people? And I think the number one issue facing most Americans is not having a sound way to store their wealth. I think it's important to keep emphasizing the fact that things should be getting cheaper for us. We're becoming more efficient. We're automating more things. And things are only getting more expensive when the inverse should be happening. And when you save in Bitcoin, the inverse does happen. Everything becomes cheaper when you save in Bitcoin. I always love to use the website pricedinbitcoin21.com to see how other assets have performed when you price them in Bitcoin. A lot of people talk about one of the biggest issues for Gen Z as not being able to afford a house, but when you price a house in Bitcoin, a house only gets cheaper. Back in the early days of Bitcoin, it would have cost you anywhere around 40 to 60,000 Bitcoin. Now a United States median new house only costs about 4.25 Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a fixed supply and your purchasing power can't be diluted, and that's why everything gets cheaper when you save in Bitcoin. I feel very empowered the more I learn about Bitcoin. I think before learning about it and why it was created and what problems it solves, I was definitely not as hopeful for the future, and now the more I learn about it, the more and more hopeful I feel. Bitcoin is completely neutral. It doesn't pick sides, it doesn't pick favorites, and it rewards everyone who's a part of the network equally. You can rest assured knowing that your fraction of a Bitcoin, whether that's 1 Bitcoin, a tenth of a Bitcoin, a hundredth of a Bitcoin, you will know exactly how much of the 21 million Bitcoin you own. Whereas when you save in dollars, you could save $100,000 for the future, thinking that's a safe bet to be able to live for a few years. But the reality is the cost of living is constantly increasing as the supply of dollars is inflating every day. So I encourage you to learn about why Bitcoin was created, what makes a sound money, what makes a not sound money, and try to educate others on what inflation is. I think it's a lot more simple than people really understand. And the more we're able to educate others on what sound money is, the more problems we'll be able to keep solving. So how do you think Bitcoin can impact the world and bring change? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Together, let's work, save, and build a brighter future with Bitcoin. See you in the next video.